Jayhawk gonna be over on Team 1 versus Shadow Puss? I don't even know. Shadow Priest? I think it's supposed to be Shadow Priest, but I think he missed the R. I am not sure. Gonna be immediate Ice Block on the Jayhawk really early on though. Stun by Shadow. Trying to see if he can go for big damage. Dark Ascension, full Void Eruption. Gonna be able to get the horrified effects on the Jayhawk. Maybe one, maybe second bolt right now. Oh, second bolt does connect. Mind Games, Mad Burst. Jayhawk is done. Oh! Shadow just blasted this man into smithereens. My goodness. That was incredible. Also, do you know that this man is running Shadow form right now? It doesn't look like Shadow form, does it? There is a couple of shades, couple of effects of shade across his body, but that's a new Shadow form. It's a new, not a new Shadow form, it's a new glyph of Shadow form. It's like lessened shadow, so you can actually see the Mog of the Priest. But we can see the man die with his full-on beautiful Mog. This is going to be dispersed. This is going to be Antarctica up next. Trying to see if he can get himself some big pressure onto Shadow. Shadow does have himself a bit of a desperate prayer, but the man definitely is in a desperate situation. Maybe in a bit of trouble. Does go for a juke on a kick, but I think it just might be done. Oh, touch of death. I was expecting for touch of death earlier though. I was wondering why touch of death wasn't going off. But that Shadow Priest got some burst, man. That guy got some damage. I do like Jayhawk playing some Fire Mage though. I think that's really good. I also want to see if Jayhawk ever will play Frost, because I don't think we've seen a Frost mage in these duels at all. Although, oh my god, Grifka! Grifka! As soon as the monk doesn't have a trinket, Grifka just puts the boy in the dirt. What is happening? Rogues, man, I'm surprised they haven't touched us whatsoever. What is this? It feels like anytime a class is a little strong, they just like immediately hit him. But as soon as it's a rogue, they're just like, oh, okay, rogue has great. I guess we did nerf us a couple of times, but it's not like it matters. Big secret technique still just burns right through people either way. Big damage on the forward bird. Immediate vanishes as soon as his burst is gone. He's not even gonna get touched, not even gonna get hit. He's just gonna go for a full reset until he can get himself some full cooldowns. What is it? What dot is on you? That or you just shifting out of stealth? Maybe you should try to see if you can draw a forward beer back over to you. Did you put a rupture on the guy? He did put a rupture. He literally went through his opener just to make sure he can leave him with a long bleed, to make sure he can deny him any kind of healing. Forbeard may want to use some cooldowns, using big defenses. As he's getting hit by secret technique, that is going to be his shield from Spore Cloak. Disarm for a second, cannot really do much. Trying to see if he can make some kind of play versus Grifka. A bit of a big damage is up for just a second, able to get himself a few hits though. Carving through Grifka for a moment, got him at least to half his health. But if he can only reconnect, he needs to find a way to reconnect to Grifka, and then he might be able to make some kind of a play here. Full burst is ready. Does Forbeard have a... He got no answers, but can he survive this big visitors back-to-back Shadow Strike? Oh, doesn't give him a chance. My goodness, with Kragar? No, mind, not Kragar. It's only Grifka out here. It's actually just down to Holy Saya and Pampushko. Really? Grifka does not let these boys an opportunity to play whatsoever. Who's going to be up next versus this rogue? Then we'd probably need to make some kind of cool weapons with multiple effects for classes, so there's a lot more variety. Gonna be a cheap shot onto Pampushka. Mad Bird. Oh my god, doesn't even matter. He just got himself a bit of an opener. It's just over. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? He trinketed too and it didn't matter. He tried to save his disperse for later because like you're not gonna trinket and disperse a rogue's opener immediately, right? Holy Sai is a little different. No, he is the kind of guy that will trinket everything, bubble everything in the opener, especially if it's Grifka. Trying to see if he can deny the rogue any kind of reset. Does he walk back into consecration? Almost, maybe. No, Grifka I think makes a full-on escape. He does make a clean escape out of here. My goodness. Holy Sai better find himself a better positional, because you don't want to be letting Grifka get himself resets behind the pillar whatsoever. Picking up the eye, trying to keep his vigilant watch. Keeping a lookout for the rogue. As long as the rogue hides behind stealth, he'll be okay. As long as he got himself a pillar, he'll be fine. Mary, you may want to just come out of stealth. Mary, you may just want to come out of... You don't want to be out here in the open. If he sees a stealthy... Wait, hold on. Whoa. I think they're changing the script. Hold on. I think they're changing the script. They don't want Grifka to be the 1v5 master here. I think instead, Kraken decided, you know what? I'm actually going to fight Holy. I want to get a chance here. I want to finally get a chance to play. So Holy at least does not need to fight a rogue. He can wait until later. Get himself a couple of matches, a couple of wins here, a couple of potential kills, and then fight a rogue when there's a super high dampening. By then, he probably should have his cooldowns available, hopefully. We will see. But it looks like Krager is switching it up with Holy Saya. Trying to see if he can mount up, get himself a bit of reset. Holy Saya sitting down for a bit of a breather behind the pillar. But Krager doesn't really give him too much of time to go for recovery. Into a spell reflect, does not get to dodge or does not get to reflect the hammer of justice, but is able to at least dampen some of that holy damage. Blessing of protection as Kraken wants to unleash the full Odin's Fury, but he's unable to. That is a full-on blade, not unlike it was fire damage way back in the day. So Kraken trying to see if he can escape. Holy Sai as best as possible, full blind to follow him. As Holy Sai does go in for a final wreck. Kraken does not have a lot of health to work with. Got himself a lot of borrowed health though. He's very limited. Another borrowed health with Rallying Cry. He's gonna have very little health once all those effects fade all at once. He's gonna be little at 1 health. He's better start recovering. Trying to play into the second wind. Letting second wind help him recover little by little while he's behind the pillar. As long as he hasn't taken damage in combat, he'll be okay. And looks like he's able to mitigate it. Looks like he's able to mitigate Holy Sai pretty well. Although those judgments are gonna go through him either way. The Hearts to Follow doesn't reflect for just a couple of seconds during a bit of that Crusade Wings. Krager trying to go for Shockwave. Holy Sai busting out the trinket into a Blessing of Sanctification, trying to reduce any kind of more CC from Kragar. Anything that follows afterwards. Krager got himself full self-heal available. Holy Sai just trying to see if he can escape and trying to deny Krager any of those blood. There's just walking away from the guy. Full burst for Krager. Holy does not have access to bubble anymore. Wait, actually, Holy might just die to the Krager. Wait, stun to follow, turning around. Does end up taking him out. Oh my goodness. Is it gonna be Grifka now? I think Grifka, I don't think you can send Grifka next. I don't think you can send Grifka next. I don't think you can. Oh, come on. Oh, no. Rogue just got all cooldowns back. I think just said, like, I don't know, Drug. Drug, I think, is a more even fight right now. At least they're giving an opportunity for Holy Sai to go for a bit of a reset here. Disarm as Grifka goes in for a gouge, looking for yet another reset. Holy Sai was opened up on pretty tough by Grifka. Into a smoke bomb, should be able to find himself an escape. Step with a shadow step and a sap, but that's going to be Shield of Vengeance popping on Rogue. I'm surprised they didn't put him in combat, actually. Very surprised by that. And Holy Sai, all he could really do is sit down, get himself a little bit of food. He wants to make sure he doesn't give these rogues any opportunity to find restealth behind the pillar. Bubble immediately. Grifka does get hit with stun. Cloaker shadows to try to avoid a Hodge. He's going to try to see if he can shadow step away. But looks like Holy Sai is able to stay on him as best as possible. That was a shadow melt on the rogue. Trinket to follow. Got himself evasion right after him. Holy Sai, as long as he got those Holy Strike hits, he might be able to bypass the evasion entirely. Holy Sai taking a lot of damage to his health bar. Try to see if he can stay on top of Grifka as best as possible. Rogue does have multiple vanishes available, so you should be okay. He has a blind in case he ever needs to. Holy Sai needs himself recovery. A blind to follow Trinkets out of it. Keep it Grifka in combat. Next stun is going to be deadly. You may need to use summon right now. Keep it the rogue kind of low actually. Wait a second. Does Grifka die to the dots? It's got some kind of a dot on him. Shadow Flame maybe? No. He's actually okay. Holy Sai does need recovery. I don't know if he's got a wall or anything. If he has a wall for this next duel, he might be okay. Is this a wall? Does Griff have burst? Wall, last second for secret technique. Lets him survive. Cheap shot locking him down. Disarm, but Shield of Vengeance is up and active. Got himself full Wake of Ashes versus Grifka. Does he get any dot damage? He needs just a little bit more. Chain Death out of the rogue. Blind to follow before he can get himself a reset. Consecration to follow right after. Does it take him? Oh my god, no way. Oh, no way, Holy Saya. No way, this Paladin, dude. Grifka got 3. Oh no. Well, he doesn't go back up, dude. He's not gonna let these rogues hold him down at all. That is incredible. Man, the random switcheroo. You have to fight a rogue, and then all of a sudden the warrior charged at him. Now he's cooldowns, all kinds of stuff, and he still has to fight the rogue. My god. This guy is the rogue eliminator.